Hello everyone, welcome back to the garden where today, it's a lovely sunny day and pretty exciting one too, because here we have behind me the last landing, which is a nice big old step up. Well, it actually isn't a step up because there's no takeoff yet, there's just a big old landing. But hopefully today we are going to build the big fat wooden ramp, which is going to sit in here, and that's going to make it into our final trick jump. So we prepared all this area, ready for a big ramp to go in. I think first of all it's best to properly plan this ramp out, then I know exactly how much wood to buy, and hopefully it goes a bit smoother. So I've drawn out my ramp here in this sort of 2D miniature scale, and then here's this piece of ply that I've made some templates on to find out how I can fit those bits in. And that bit's going to go on top eventually. And yes, I've worked out exactly how much wood I need to buy, which should save me some money. Looks pretty good, and I'm happy with that, I think. So I bought all my wood this morning. Got my lovely Works power tools ready to go as well. Got a Grimmers and CA. On it. Got our cup of teas as well, obviously, because we're being sort of tradey for the day. And here's the old scale drawing, and that is what hopefully we're going to make right now. So we're going to start off down here by the garage because it's nice and flat, easier to cut these big bits, and then we'll carry everything up and hopefully build it on site. Keen to carry some wood, Grimmers?
Go on then. Carry some wood then.
Carry some wood then. So the radius is going to be 4 meters, and kind of the best and only way I know how to do it is by using string. So we're going to make this string 4 meters long, and that should draw us the perfect curve that we need to cut out for our ramp. Oh no!
Take measures, run away.
Perfect.
There we go.
There we go.
One wiggle bit, 2 wiggle bits.
Okay. Right. What else do we need to draw? Yeah, a bit of stretch. Right, so that's what we've drawn. So now screwing in the second piece of string, which is going to be our 4 meters 25 radius, because our ramp, the sides are going to be 25 centimeters thick. So we need a slightly bigger radius to draw underneath. That's going to be nice and pink, and that's going to be the bottom of our ramp. Cool, so I think all we needed to do is to about there, but we're probably not going to use that bit anyway, so we'll just cut it out. Then the ramp can be way bigger than it should be, and then we'll cut it off when we get over there, shall we?
Sounds good, sounds good.
Right.
Looks about right, anyway.
Right, let's cut it, shall we? Fingers crossed it was in the right place. Go, it fits. So far so good. Obviously it looks a bit crazy right now because we haven't cut the top off, but
it's
that's
huge.
Fine. Yeah, it's huge. Perfect though. So let's trace around this one onto this board, shall we?
Sounds good. Good, I'd say. I think now we've done the technical sort of curves and planning and made those bits of wood a bit lighter, we should probably carry everything up and then cut the rest and make the rest up there, shall we? So everything's out in the garden, in the place. Grimmers is working on the spine lip from when it was pudding the other day when me and Bernard rode it. He's fixed it right up, made it good. But we are now going to build the big old wooden ramp. I'm going to start with a bit of a frame on the bottom to bolt everything onto to keep it even more solid, and then yeah, hopefully that'll take away a bit of flex, add a bit of weight. The more weight we've got on this ramp, kind of the better, so it doesn't rock around when you hit it, and yeah, just so it's nice and solid, doesn't move. So yeah, going to start off by bolting these bits onto a bit of the base here, screwing, not bolting, onto them, and then we'll just sort of, I don't really know how we're going to build this, but let's just see how it goes, shall we? Cool. Yeah.
Right. Right, so we've made our 2 little side bits. We've cut to length
one of the sort of cross supports. These are going to do a couple things. They're going to hold the whole ramp together, and then also this is what kind of is going to give the main support for riding. Obviously if you just put the ply straight up the top, you'd crash straight through it. So we're going to make a load of these and put them up here about that far apart, maybe sort of 15-20 centimeter gap all the way up to the top. Then we're going to lie the ply over the top and screw that into it. That's going to be hopefully super sturdy. We're kind of just making this bottom section of the ramp first. Then when that's all secure and squared up, then we'll add on the back bit, make it really high. But yeah, annoyingly now we just have to cut up loads of these, so a bit boring really. Okay, ramp update. We basically have made the top as a little square, but as light as possible, because we're just gonna have to screw it onto these. We've made some little supports, because these have to butt up onto there. Extended that out there, so then we can really quickly put the legs on. So, I don't know, just sort of trying our best really. It's quite a big old ramp. Normally if we make them at Audi 9s, we've got like a big digger to hang the top bit off of, and then we can screw it in, but we don't have that this time. We just got Oscar, who's as strong as a digger really, isn't he? Yeah.
That's what they say.
So, Oscar's going to lift it on top and we're going to screw it in. Well, now, go on. Okay, yeah, down a tiny bit.
Oh god, that is pulling it.
Bullseye.
Right, so now Oscar's holding that, and it's time for a tea, isn't it?
Ooh. What's this? Having a little rummage see, eh? That bag looks a bit different to usual.
It is a little different, and that's because the nice village shop and post office in Misden in the Cotswolds have sent us a massive bag of goodies.
So would you say your dreams have come true and you've finally got some free snacks?
Oh, free snacks is what it's always been about.
Life's
It's-
complete. Thanks, post office shop in
Yeah.
Misden. So what have they sent?
I can't even
Sicilian cannoli.
say. In white chocolate.
Right, look at these. They're like wrapped up with white chocolate in the middle. Wow.
Oh wow. Wow. Yeah, could we have some more of those, please?
That was an unbelievable snack. That's better than good snacks. That's amazing snacks.
That's top snack so far.
Top snacks.
Yeah.
So put these leg supports in now. We've got three. One little one, a medium one, sort of diagonal, and then the straight up one at the back. Now see, he's just digging a little pocket down in there. So we're going to push the ramp back up into there. We guess that's where it kind of needs to go. We're going to push it into there. So we've whipped the top off. Looks pretty good. We've got the good height, 220 centimeters high. But there's one more thing we need to do before we screw the ply on the top. It's a very important thing. The last, sometimes sort of 20 to 30 centimeters has to be flat. Okay, it doesn't have to, but in my opinion, every time you build a trick takeoff or takeoff that you want to do tricks on, if you just have that little flat bit at the end that takes off that little curve at the top, you won't catch your back wheel on 360s, it won't pitch you forward when you're taking your feet off for tricks. So very important, I think. Not everyone agrees, but in my opinion, just that little bit of flat makes it so much better for tricks. And that's how we build all our jumps. Yeah, it just helps the bike stay settled off the takeoff so you can be more in control. So yeah, we're gonna do that quick on each side. Skim that off. Then, all we got to do really is screw the boards on the front. Should do it. Cool, I think that is kind of the right shape, right size. All we got to do really is screw these boards on. So someone's gonna have to sit on it. Sounds like a pretty grimy job to me. And then yeah, we're gonna have to screw it in one by one. Let's do it, looks well good.
Don't know how we're going to do the rest. Can you grab it from there or not?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Way! That ain't bad, I'd say.
Not bad. This isn't designed for left-handers though.
It's not.
You just get.
The exhaust pipe goes right in the face, doesn't it? Right, I can get down out of my wheelbarrow now.
For me to take the machine.
That looks wicked.
Not bad.
Oh, look at the trick jump. Doesn't that look good?
Couple diagonal spots, and then we're good.
Yeah, it wobbles a bit, so we need to put some bit more triangulation in there, eh, Graham? Oh, what a big day. The ramp looks absolutely awesome. Tomorrow, we got a special machine coming in, which is going to help us finish off that landing. So yeah, see you in the morning. A bit bigger than I thought, yeah.
Yeah, it's fair old size.
It's like a tank. So we've got this bad boy machine in today, which is a tracked wood chipper, and basically it's going to turn all this wood here into wood chip like that. We've given it a little test already. Look at that. That is some soft old landing, ready for CA to land a 360s on, eh, CA? One day in the not too distant future. So yeah, it's ever so loud, and there's ever such a lot of wood to put in there, but definitely don't want to be putting your fingers or boots in there, because look what happens. Such a scary machine, actually. Probably shouldn't be trusted with this thing, but hey ho, off we go. Oh, river up, yeah. Stick goes in. So there's a pretty good pile there, but obviously we want the wood chip to go from the top of the landing all the way to the bottom of the landing, and then on a little bit more, because a lot of the time when you crash, you're probably going to land, fly over a bit and land to flat. So that's kind of the most important part, where you want it to be nice and soft. So we've rummaged up a few more bits from around the garden, and we're going to chip it all the way down to the flat. Give it a test.
Ow, that really hurt.
So you don't really want to land completely on your butt.
Don't land right like that. Oh, it's really my shoes, everything.
Classic grammars.
No, man, that was good whiplash.
Wowee. Doesn't that look good and soft?
Looks delightful to craft on.
That is ready for some serious sanding, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great wood chip. Very soft. I'm worried it might be a bit too soft. But we'll find out, I think, probably, or maybe even tomorrow. I think some boys coming over for a sesh. So there we go. The ramp is in. The wood chip is all set up and primed. It's all raked out, totally ready to rumble. Oh, there's some deers over there, look. Hello, Mr. Deer. Oh, nice nature. But anyway, yes, look, top to bottom, that is looking good. And next episode is a big one, because we're going to test it all out. Thanks everyone for watching, as always. Can't wait to test out these jumps and show you guys how they work. Yeah, next episode is going to be a big one. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. And thanks, as always, guys, for watching. See you in the next one.